Yeah. Oh, you're a funny lady. Oh, clean it up, girl.
Everybody, look who's here. Freddie Reynolds, my favorite club personality of all time. He's a promoter.
Hey, where is everybody? Don't you got any friends, honey?
Oh, you know how hard it is to get bags to come out of the snow. But look who's here. She was just sweeping up. She's over by the tree. The legendary Felicia.
Oh.
Hi, you guys. Samara Riviera here with VivaLaRiviera.com. And I'm with Miss Linda Simpson. How's it going, Miss Linda?
I am fine, Samara. Thank you for joining me on set.
Now, we're on the set of The Bad Hostess at La Mama. Well, first of all, tell us the little bit of history, or a lot of history, that La Mama Theater has. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you're right. It's got a lot of history. It's in its 47th year, and it's on East 4th Street in the East Village. And back when it started, it was really the hotbed of, like, avant-garde, experimental theater. And just since then, they've really been a showcase for, like, bohemian and more off-center theater.
Wow, fabulous. Now, tell us about The Hostess. We're here, obviously, for The Hostess, which you wrote and you star in, a play, right? Tell us about The Hostess.
Well, Bad Hostess.
The Bad Hostess.
Bad. No, it kind of had it in my mind for a while, and it's a dark comedy. It's only an hour long, and there's 5 people in it, and starring me. And it's about what is it about? Well, it takes place on Christmas Eve. Drag queen is throwing a party. Blizzard interrupts, and so the few guests that show up have these conflicts, and one of them happens to be a young guy studying to be a minister. Well, that brings up some religious conflicts, and then there's a lot of other issues too about how our, growing up affects us and how it influences our religious beliefs, etc. That sounds kind of serious. It's a comedy, but there's some, it's a dark comedy, like I said. There's some serious issues.
Okay, and what's the message that you want people to take with them from The Bad Hostess?
Well, you know what? I think it's more, you've got to consider, I think, how we're all kind of programmed in a way to worship. Either our parents or our God, things that we've been told to worship. And I think sometimes you have to step back and see how those sometimes get confused, and whether or not worshiping is exactly what you should do.
Okay. Now, tell us about the actors in the play.
Well, there's 4 other people, and one of them is a drag queen who I've known for years through the East Village scene, Floyd. And then Justin Christopher is a member of the Dazzle Dancers. And then Erin Marquis is a young avant-garde performance artist who's great. And then Chris Tanner is a veteran actor who's been a good friend of mine for a long time also. And then our director, Julie Atlas Muse, who's a big star of the burlesque scene, and she's great, super duper.
Fabulous. So let's talk about you now. What other projects do you have going on?
Well, I'm kind of like the character in the play. I'm, at a mature age. I'm still working the nightlife. So I don't have a regular club night right now, but I do a lot of guest hosting, and I do host bingo on Monday nights at the Bowery Poetry Club with Mr. Murray Hill. And but I also have a website of my own, mycomrade.com, and I'm a writer. So it's kind of, a Jill of many trades, but most of them are kind of in the writing or performance
Okay. And do you have any projects that we should know of and coming up?
Well, the play's been a big focus. But after that, I'm really going to start developing mycomrade.com more. It's got a blog and also is kind of what I want to be is more and more of a focus for kind of like, the gay cutting edge scene.
Well, fabulous. Keep us updated with mycomrade.com, right? So anything else any people you want to thank out there and, any last words from Ms. Linda Simpson?
I want to thank you, Samara. I appreciate your coming, and I really do. Really, seriously, I hope that you'll put this on. You are such an ambitious person, but in such a good way. And I just love the way that you're out there and focusing on very interesting things that don't get a lot of media attention sometimes. So congratulations to you.
Well, thank you. So thank you for inviting me and having me.